Imagine a father driving his daughters to their soccer game, and in halfway to the game, he forgets where he's at and why he's even driving. A man who is constantly depressed, has uncontrollable anger, and contemplates suicide on a daily basis. Would you have ever guessed I was describing the life of the Hall of Fame running back Tony Dorsett? Tony is one of the few living people who have been diagnosed with chronic traumatic encephalopathy, or CTE. And Tony's tragic story is all a result from concussions that he has sustained in football throughout his life. Now, what if this was your father, your husband, or your friend? After this speech, I want you to put yourself in their perspective and ask yourself one simple question. Is it really worth the risk? Now, this isn't a rare occurrence. The rate of concussions is increasing every year and will keep doing so if we do not address this problem. Our athletes are getting stronger, faster, bigger, and this will only lead to harder and more devastating hits. According to the International Journal of Sports Science and Coaching, approximately 1.6 to 3.8 million traumatic brain injuries occur in the U.S. every year. And statistics show that kids between the ages of 10 to 14 account for the majority of these ER visits. These traumatic brain injuries are being directly linked to neurodegenerative diseases that include Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease, Lou Gehrig's disease, and CTE. These diseases lead to memory loss, depression, mood swings, suicidal thoughts, and in some cases death. The National Institute for Occupational Safety and Health states that football players have triple the risk of death caused by these diseases. The frightening part is that these numbers only reflect concussions that are treated, and according to Boston University, 85% of concussions go undiagnosed. Now, this could be a result from untrained coaches, athletic trainers, or stubborn athletes. Doctors at the Cincinnati Children's Hospital and Medical Center found that more than 75% of athletes could identify the symptoms of a concussion, but yet only 54% said they would actually report these symptoms to their coach. Now, this is our culture. These athletes believe that they have to man up and go back into the game. These athletes are ignoring these symptoms, getting back on the field, and yet to only put themselves at a greater risk for a second concussion, which could lead to second impact syndrome, or SIS. SIS is a rare and dangerous result of a second concussion that happens when the brain is still healing from the previous one. SIS causes dangerous brain swelling and bleeding that can cause death or permanent disability. The severity of concussions cannot be overemphasized because this problem will only get worse. We will see more diagnosed cases of CTE, more suicides, and more sudden death from the aftermath of these concussions. Now that I have provided the foundation of this problem, I will now discuss the idea that could help resolve this threat. I think it should be mandatory for every coach, athletic trainer, athlete, and parent to take a training program to become more educated, not only on prevention, but on concussion detection. This would help on multiple levels by educating individuals on proper technique, proper protective gear, and just bringing an overall awareness to the importance of concussion prevention. This could help coaches and parents identify symptoms that our athletes are trying to hide from us. There are programs that are available and designed to train effective sport concussion prevention and management practices. One example would be ACTIVE, Athletic Concussion Training using Interactive Wet Video Education. This program consists of 3 modules covering information about sports concussions, prevention, recognition, and management. Another program is Heads Up Football. This is the national initiative to help make football a safer sport. Dr. Gerard Guillot a pediatric neuropsychologist, states that this overall approach and the specific techniques within the program are exactly the next steps we need to take to improve head safety in tackle football. This effort to teach effective yet safe tackling and blocking techniques at the earliest youth levels can only have positive downstream benefits for our players at the high school level, college, and professional. The NFL states that they haven't had the knowledge behind these concussions. And the NFL's logo is a shield. And shields are commonly symbolized for safety and protection. But in all reality, this shield was used to hide information from the players and the public about the deadly results of concussions. I cannot stress enough the damage these concussions are having on our athletes. And if we do not act on this problem, we will see more sudden deaths and suicides within this population. If we could make it mandatory for our coaches and athletes to take an educational course in concussion prevention and detection, I believe we would see a drastic decline in concussions and in neurodegenerative diseases. All it takes is one hit. Now please, take a step into their cleats and ask yourself one question. Is it really worth the risk? Thank you.